You need to think in decades, not days. This is your daily message from Chad number 622, and this message is dedicated to Mr. Stamina, the steady, stable, and steadfast Warren Buffett. You aren't seeing everything. You just can't. There are a couple therapy sayings regarding perspective and perception that speaks to the fact that it's hard for a person to see correctly. One saying is, it's hard to read the label from inside the jar. Well, that's true. The other phrase is, it's hard to see the picture from inside the frame. They're basically saying the same thing. Your position creates a blind spot that makes it impossible to see correctly. This makes me think of the Johari window. One of the 4 panes of the Johari window is the blind self. There are things that others know that you just don't know. There are several factors that create blind spots. For one, you're spatially limited. You can only be in one place at one time. You're experientially limited. This is connected to being spatially limited. You can only be exposed to so much. You're chronologically limited. You exist in a particular time. You simply have limits as to what you can see. Warren Buffett said, "The world is overwhelmingly short-term obsessed." One of the amazing features that humans have is to time travel. Not physically, but mentally. I don't think there's any other being with this capacity. It's almost magical. However, most people don't use it. People stay stuck in the present. The world is overwhelmingly short-term obsessed, as Buffett says. But if you want to step outside the jar, so to speak, or move beyond the frame, you can mentally. You can go back in the past. You can move into the future. This can be immensely beneficial to your present. I heard someone say, when in doubt, zoom out. Think in decades and not days. And maybe you don't feel you have decades. Well, you're not going to cease to exist. Imagine wherever you'll be when you disappear from spaceship Earth. Zooming out can bring a lot of clarity. Think in decades and not days. If you have any thoughts about blind spots, you can share them with me at fromchadsmith@gmail.com. You can read the transcript to this message and hundreds of others at fromchad.com.